IGBO AREA TV on the Igbo.
The first story comes from Anambra State, where a local community has spoken out strongly against Governor Soludo. The issue is a chieftaincy title given to Bianca Odumegwu-Ojukwu, the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs. The Ezuzu III of Oka awarded her the title Anyanwu Nawalo Ora, which means the light of the community. The award recognizes her service to Igbo land and Nigeria. But the Anambra government called the title fake, saying it does not follow proper procedure. This statement caused outrage among local leaders and Igbo cultural groups who say the government is interfering with traditional customs. Community leaders are calling on Governor Soludo to respect tradition and not undermine the authority of their local rulers. Many Igbo citizens online also expressed frustration, saying this is a pattern where state politics clash with Igbo culture. Next, Enugu State smart schools are under scrutiny. The state government promised modern schools with digital learning, ICT labs, and renewable power. But many citizens are asking, where are these schools? Some schools are incomplete. Videos circulating online show broken buildings and unfinished classrooms. Parents and teachers are worried about children's education. The government says these are isolated issues and insists that the smart school will open fully with trained teachers and technology in place. Education experts say this is not just about bricks and computers. They call for accountability, transparency, and follow-through. The people want results, not promises. To ensure children in Enugu receive quality education like other parts of Nigeria. MURIC seeks arrest of a man threatening Igbo Muslims. In a story, the Muslim rights concern MURIC, MURIC, has demanded the arrest of a man who is inciting violence against Igbo Muslims. The man reportedly spread audio messages encouraging abduction and harm to Igbo Muslims in Nigeria. MURIC warned that such speech is dangerous and illegal, and security agencies must act fast to prevent violence. Community leaders and human rights activists say this shows how ethnic and religious tensions can escalate quickly if not addressed. They urge everyone to speak against hate and promote peace in our communities. In Enugu, the Umuopu Ancient Kingdom is preparing a grand homecoming for Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogalla, former Chief of Naval Staff. The event celebrates his service to Nigeria and the Navy, including improvements in maritime security and welfare for naval officers. Residents are excited. Many young people say they are proud to see someone from their community rise to the national prominence, and they hope it inspires future leaders. A serious story comes from Imo State, where police officers from Tiger Base, the state anti-kidnapping unit, say they face threats from their own commander. Officers allege intimidation, dismissal plots, and unfair treatment, particularly against those who refuse personal advances from superiors. Allegedly, human rights group warned that such internal abuse undermines public trust in the police. Citizens say the government must investigate and protect officers while ensuring professionalism and accountability in Tiger Base. Hey, Tiger Base, Tiger Base are going to need too much. Nigerian government should look into Tiger Base and know whether things are right. Tiger Base has come to the news severally. Check whether things are going well there. Nigerian government, before it gets worse, look at Tiger Base. IPOB urges Igbo billionaires to invest in agriculture. Finally, IPOB has urged wealthy Igbo people to invest in agriculture instead of only giving food handouts to communities. IPOB says agriculture is long-term security for our people. Igbo land has fertile land, young labor, and strong markets, making it perfect for crop farming and livestock. Many economists and farmers agree. They say this can reduce dependency on handouts, create jobs, and strengthen the Igbo economy. Social media responses highlights optimism, with citizens encouraging billionaires to turn generosity into sustainable development. Our communities are full of talents, culture, and opportunity, but these stories show us respect tradition, like with the case of Bianca Ojukwu. You see, concerning Bianca Ojukwu, I wonder why the state government can abrogate or go against titles given to people. I'm beginning to wonder, when is title now official, and when must title be approved by government? When did that start? I'm still wondering that a title received by somebody of that stature, even I think it looks like that title issue has some political undertone. If not, it's amazing to me how will ordinary titles given to, communities, things that have been before the government, communities or chiefs or traditional rulers giving titles to people, do they need the permission of the governor? I don't think so. Or what do you think? Governor of Enugu, please, concerning the smart school you are talking about, I hope it is not something that when the camera goes off, nothing else happens. In this channel, we heard you. We talked about the smart schools. We were happy. We told people, this is a good development. We campaigned with it. We bragged with it. We said Enugu is leading and others will follow. We hope it's not something that when the camera goes off, we will not see any smart school again. And Enugu is celebrating local heroes like Vice Admiral Ogalla. And while we round up, we demand accountability with the law enforcement agencies in our place. And IPOB says, billionaires in Igbo land invest in agriculture. And we call on every Igbo citizen, young and old, rich and poor, to be informed, speak out and act. Let's build a strong, peaceful, and prosperous Igbo land together.